Today we're making my mala mustard sauce, and it's one of my mustard sauces that I always have in my fridge. With this mustard sauce, you can make a ton of different mala dishes. For braised dishes, you can make mapo tofu or yuxiang jiezi. For stir fries, you can make mala xiangguo. And if you want something soupy, you can even make a mala hot pot. There's so many different spicy and numbing recipes that you can make, and this sauce unlocks it all. We'll start with our Szechuan peppercorns, and it's the ingredient that gives us that playful numbing sensation that we all love in spicy Sichuan food. If you've ever come across Sichuan cuisine, then you've probably come across the term mala. It translates to numb and spicy, and yes, it's the Szechuan peppercorns that puts the ma in mala. So we'll start with about 3 tablespoons of Szechuan peppercorns, and we'll toast them lightly in a wok to bring out all the aromas. Now keep this moving around, it shouldn't take too long at all. The moment you can smell the beautiful aromas coming from the Szechuan peppercorns, turn off your heat and you're ready. Now here's a tip for those who are afraid of burning their Szechuan peppercorns. If you think that your heat is too high, you can always turn off the flame and allow the residual heat of the wok to do the rest. Next, get a pestle and mortar and dump the Szechuan peppercorns in. Now really get in there and pound this into a nice dust. Now it doesn't have to be perfect, what you're looking for is something like this, the texture of coarse sand. By taking the time to toast and pound our Szechuan peppercorns, you're really helping it to release its soul. It's good. Our next ingredient is fermented black beans, and it's also known as Dou in Mandarin. Basically, it's black beans that have been fermented in salt, and it adds a very unique depth of umami that none of the rest of the ingredients in this recipe has. Taste-wise, it's salty, pungent, and definitely aromatic. For this recipe, we'll need about 3 tablespoons worth. Now for the fermented black beans, I like to give them a rough chop. I believe this will help to release all their flavors better. I'm sure you agree with me that they look kind of like cacao nibs, but they don't taste anything like it. Now if you do taste the black beans, they are kind of salty, so we have to keep them in mind when we're making the sauce. Now just a few more ingredients to note. Apart from 6 cloves of minced garlic, we'll also need some chili peppers or chili flakes. You can use whatever kind you can get your hands on, but preferably try to get something that smells bright and floral, because chili is not just about the spice. I'm using 3 tablespoons today, but you can adjust this to taste. And of course, you'll need some Szechuan Dou Ban Jiang, which is the backbone of Sichuan cuisine. Made with broad beans, chili and salt, it adds a spicy, deep, umami savory taste that's distinctively Sichuanese. You should be able to find this quite easily in your favorite Chinese grocer. Just look out for the following Chinese characters. Try your best to get the Pisian version, because the non-Pisian version is actually a different kind of animal. Pisian Dou Ban Jiang is the authentic version that we want, with a deeper, darker, earthier flavor. The non-Pisian version is milder and it just won't taste the same, but you can always use it as a suitable substitute in a pinch. For this recipe, we'll need about 6 tablespoons. Now back to our wok, let's fry out our minced garlic, our Szechuan Dou Ban Jiang, and our fermented black beans. Keep the heat low, stir it around and allow the beautiful aroma to develop. Be careful not to breathe this in or you may just choke. So fry this up on a medium-low for about 2 to 3 minutes. You want the color to darken just a little bit. Okay, this looks good. Turn the heat down. Let's add in our Szechuan peppercorns and our chili flakes. We're gonna fry this up for another 2 minutes before we deglaze this with some Chinese cooking wine. Let's use about 2 tablespoons. And if you want, you can add 1 tablespoon of sugar to balance the flavors. Ooh, this smells so good right now. You want to hear that sizzle? Let all the flavors come out. Okay, smells amazing. Now we're going to add about 1 3/4 cups of water or chicken stock. For me, I'm using chicken stock, and if you want, I have a full video on how you can make chicken stock at home. It's a full deep dive on Asian chicken stock, and I covered everything from how you can use chicken powder and chicken bones, so if you're curious, I've left a link in the description below. Now one thing to note is that even if you use water, the sauce can be salty because of the ingredients that we used. So if you're going to use the stock, make sure that it's low in sodium. Right now we're extracting all the delicious flavors from the ingredients such as the garlic and the fermented black beans. So let's simmer this for about 2 to 3 minutes before we turn off the heat. And now let's grab a mason jar and pour it in. So there we have our spicy mala mustard sauce. It looks like liquid lava. I know it's going to be spicy, but let's take the taste test. It tingles my tongue. It's spicy, it's savory, there's a nice tingling sensation from the Szechuan peppercorns, but there's just so much flavor packed into the sauce. I love the amount of garlic that we added inside, but if you're a real fanatic, then just add more. For the fermented black beans, when you bite into it, it releases, pow, a nice level of flavor. Now the sauce is a little bit salty right now, but once we use it to cook with different proteins and vegetables, trust me, it'll be just nice. And all that's left to do is to pop the lid and stir this up. Spicy mala mustard sauce? Done. Now this mala mustard sauce is definitely ready to be made into delicious food. The question is, are you ready as well?